So how do you explain it? And I'm not going to say I'm not 100% a believer, right? Because I do believe. I mean, you can feel sometimes when these things are present. You can just feel it. And your body will tell you. Your body will signal it. The hair will stand up. You'll get goosebumps. The temperature will change. You'll feel it, guys. They can make you feel dizzy, weird. Like, you know what's crazy is that happened to me twice at work. And only at work. Where I was in the kitchen. And it was around the time when the bug started. So I was like, oh my God, do I have the bug? Did I have the bug? Is this something going on with me now? Like, I almost felt like I was having a stroke. It was the weirdest thing. I was all discombobulated. And I had a dream like this the other night, this is freaking me out. I'm having freaky dreams again. I told you guys about the one where I was kidnapped. The guy laughed at me, told me he couldn't let me go, and I was begging for him to let me go. I got free, went home. Didn't tell nobody, act like everything was fine. I was just, like, thought I was really away from this person, and then they got me again, and then I woke up. The other night, I had a dream of sleep paralysis. If you don't know what that is, it's when you cannot move, you cannot speak, and you feel like something's pinning you down. It was a dream. I wasn't awake, I don't think. No, I wasn't awake, because I remember waking up. But I was, like, pinned to my bed and trying to call out for my daughter. Nothing would come out. Then I had a dream the other night where I was trying to get out of my living room, and I was sleeping in the living room at the time. I was falling asleep off and on the couch, and I'm trying to get out, and my legs wouldn't move, and I'm walking in circles, and I'm like trying, and it was like I couldn't walk. I was smacking myself in the head. It was the craziest dream, guys, I've ever had. It was real freaky. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe I need to go get cleansed. I don't know. Hard to think that one time doing this. It's not like it's one time, guys. I told you, I feel like these things have been attached. Maybe that's why it's so easy. I don't know. I feel like these things have been attached to me my whole life. Playing with Ouija boards at 11 years old, and then my life just got very dark. I mean, how else? It wasn't nothing to do with my family upbringing. None of that. I had a good life. I had everything I wanted. I was not close with my dad. Yeah, that part was missing, and that showed in my relationship patterns. But my mom was there. My mom was my best friend, you know. I had family. I had a huge family. It's not like, I did have trauma, but not enough to make me go down that dark road I went down. And then kind of stay on that road for most of my life, pretty much. Ins and outs, I guess. There was times when I was good, and there's times when I'd go right back to it. And all I ever really wanted was a family. That's all I ever wanted, was just to have a freaking normal, functioning family. That's it. It was so hard to ask for, I guess. It was just me. I was picking toxic people because I had low self-esteem, low self-worth, thought I didn't deserve anything better. I didn't think I was worthy of it. And kind of that's another little reason why I went down the road I went down, because my family was always very negative. I see it with my own kids, coming on my mom's mind. I'm like, Ma, please don't say that stuff. Like, don't say you can't. Don't say you never will. Don't say that's too hard for you. You can't. You don't know. You don't know what somebody's future is going to bring. Everybody does things at their own pace, and that's that. I went to college. I never got a degree except for in massage therapy. That was a certificate I got, but I didn't ever finish because I didn't go for what I wanted. What I was passionate about, and that was crime, and I wanted to be a police officer or a detective, FBI. That's what I wanted to do. Possibly military. I did think about it, but no, there was no, according to my dad, there was no demand for that. Just look at the world right now. There was no demand for that, right? I'd probably be ready to retire by now had I done what I wanted. But nope, he wouldn't help me pay unless I went in the medical field. So I was kind of forced into it because I couldn't afford to pay for college. So that's that. But it's not like the lessons that I've learned or the knowledge that I gained is worthless. It's helped me in life. I've been able to use the knowledge in certain things that I've done, certain jobs I've had. So it's not like it was a total waste. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So the other night I watched this video, last night, matter of fact, and it's called Paranormal Relativity, I think. They're from my city, actually. My daughter's friend told me about them. Because I guess they were talking to her aunt who had passed in their very apartment, which they had already said was haunted. So they go to a lot of places that, are local that I didn't even know about, because I never really got deep into this, guys. I was starting to, and then I stopped. I pulled away. After I saw that at Wolf Island Road, I was like, that's all I need to see. I'm good. Thank you very much. But I did do some after that. Did the tunnels in the South End. Did not like what I heard come through that speaker as well. So, these things are showing me they're there. But yet I still am knuckleheaded enough to want to keep pushing more. For what? I don't know. But anyway, I can't even believe, I've never talked about this, because it was something very significant that happened not only in my state, but to someone very close to me, someone I cared about a lot. We had a murder at one of our strip clubs in my city about 16, 17 years ago. It was a long time ago. I had actually been working there 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks prior. I had just quit. I was a cocktail waitress / rub girl. That's what my massage therapy degree got me. A rub girl at the Foxy. No, I'm kidding. I worked for a chiropractor for a little while, and I don't know. I just I didn't get into it. I wanted to do sports therapy, and then that's when I started going down a bad road once again, and that's when my addiction to pain pills started, and everything just went off track. But anyway, I'm not going to go down that road right now. It's crazy because this time of year, I reflect, this is the time of year when I first started to try to get clean. And I remember it, all the flashes come back, the feelings, the smells in there. It's so crazy. It's so vivid. And every time around this year, it reminds me of that. I'm going on 15 years, guys, sober. So it's doable. Never say never. And I'm someone that used drugs off and on, alcohol my whole life from the time I was 11 years old. So, took me a long time to get it right, but I did. I never really tried, I guess, before. I never thought I had a problem, and I really didn't. It was more the alcohol that stuck with me. I'd put all the drugs down, and I was a pretty heavy drinker. I could drink with the best of them. So, and I was in atmospheres where there were alcohol. My jobs. I was a singer. I was a DJ. I was a cocktail waitress. I was a regular waitress. Worked in sports bars. I worked in nightclubs. I've worked in that realm. I worked in that realm for 16 years. So, yeah, if you're a party type kind of person, it's probably not the greatest job for you. But anyway, they went to the site over here. It's no longer there. It's actually another building. But when they were ripping it down, this ghost hunting couple went over there, and they were talking to... Now, my friend, her son used to work at the Foxy Lady as well. Beautiful man, a beautiful soul, so nice, so sweet. We used to always say, oh, he's so cute, but he's too nice. I could just smack my younger self. I really could. God rest his soul. They did say that he made it to the light. Thank you, Jesus. And I knew he would, because he was just a genuinely good man. And his mom was religious. He was religious. I mean, I knew he wasn't going to be there. It's just weird when they were asking him, Bobby's not going to answer you because he ain't there. But the other two were, and I'm not saying the other two weren't good people. Well, one of them obviously did the murders, so he wasn't a very nice person. Maybe he had a psychotic break. I don't know. I'm not judging him. I hope God forgives him and he can move on. And the other one was the manager, Tori. Now, he was always very nice, smiley. Never did I see that man mad. No, I didn't work there very long, maybe 6 months. But he was always nice, always smiling, polite. Never had a problem with him. So anyway, Bobby was my good friend from the gym's son, okay? He was one of the doormen, and his girlfriend was a bartender. They had a little girl together. They broke up. She started moving on with her life and started dating this guy, Scott. Now, I don't know how long they were together. I don't remember all the details, but they had been dating for a little while off and on, and I think she told him that she was going to try to fix things with Bobby, and he didn't like that. So he came to her work, and now they both work together, Bobby and Jamie. They're not together, but they work together, and she's trying to move on with her life. So here he comes, and he's in there, and he's running his mouth. They threw him out. I did hear they kind of roughed him up a little bit. I don't know if that's true, but that was the rumor. So I don't know what he was saying, but he did say, I'm going to come back and you're all dead. Well, he wasn't joking. He came back and went in the building. Now, everybody was held hostage in that building. He ended up shooting Tori, the manager, and Bobby. I don't know where Jamie was, if she was even there that night. I don't remember. But I know the dancers were like in the back, like terrified, because this guy ended up staying in there and wouldn't let anybody in or out. And finally ended up taking his life. So they were there doing a session, and they were freaking talking to Tori. And you could tell the difference through their spirit, guys. It was so creepy. It brought tears to my eyes when he was like, is Bobby here? And I'm like, oh my God. I didn't even like think, I would never probably go there, but I would never even have thought to go there. Like, crazy, right? I'm curious to go ask the people that are there now if you hear any bumps and strange voices, because they are there. Like, Tori was being so respectful and polite, and the other one's like, leave now. Don't answer him. Don't talk to him. It was crazy. It was crazy. They were asking him, if he wanted to get out of there, if he was stuck there, can he leave there? He said yes. Did you see yourself when you died? He said yes. Did you come out of your body? He said yes. Did you want me to come and get you out of here? Obviously, he said yes. And that's when the other spirit, which was claiming to be Scott, they both answered, Tori and Scott, through their spirit box. And they had like a flashlight. I don't know how they do it, but somehow the entities can manipulate the light and turn it on by themselves. So it's crazy to watch. They also have the Xbox Connect. This is why I say, how can you deny this when you see something like this? Like the Xbox Connect, you know what that is, right? It picks up like a stick figure of your body, of a body, right? It picks up these spirits, guys. It's nuts. They had one at the Conjuring house, and this thing was freaking huge. Arms and legs and feet all touched. The feet were on the floor, and the arms and legs were all the way up the bookcase. I mean, this thing was monstrous. Like, not a little human, it was something else. Like, how can you deny that? Like, how can someone say, oh, that's fake? It's picking it up. It's picking up a stick figure, the crooked head lady that they see in the Conjuring house, right? That the little kids, I guess, drew a picture of, the previous owners. They had a daycare there. So I guess there was some paranormal activity going on, huh? That woman is seen, and they saw her on the Connect, and like, could you pick up your head? And the freaking thing tried to pick its head up. Like, it's amazing watching this stuff. It's mind-blowing. And again, you have to be there to experience it, to believe it. That's all I can tell you. You want to know, you have to go do it yourself. You can't trust a video. You can't trust me. You got to go do it yourself. And I don't recommend you do it. I don't think this is a good thing. I do not promote this. Going back to the Conjuring house, what I'm worried about is, like I told you guys, I discussed with my hairdresser, we were both like, what if the house is just laying dormant right now? What if the demon things just aren't, showing themselves yet? And then they've had many psychics. I find this out after, because I've been watching a lot of videos on the Conjuring house, obviously, trying to do my homework again. And the psychics told them the house is fooling you. So these demons could be in them already. Who knows, right? Who freaking knows? Like, I'm thinking about writing a horror book after I go there. I have so many ideas that I can put out there. But yeah, I'm thinking about it. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, I gotta go. But watching that last night, oh my God, like I've forgotten all about that. Like my poor friend, watching her lose her son like that, like what it aged her. You could just see it in her face. The poor thing was just so lost for years. It just wasn't her. It sucked the life right out of her. Because the other thing is she wasn't allowed to see her granddaughter grow up. Because, there was some animosity. I can understand as a mother. If the common denominator in the shooting was her, right? Well, if you weren't with my son, or if you get what I'm saying? And not that was right of her to do that, because it's not her fault. It wasn't the girlfriend's fault. It wasn't their fault. It wasn't his fault. Something was wrong with that man, Scott. Something was psychologically wrong with him for him to go do that. Clearly, you don't just go and shoot up a place because you get beat up, or, you know, his ego, must have been his ego, something. I don't know. I wasn't there, but the whole thing is just crazy, guys. It's crazy, and I've kind of like forgotten about it, and like it just brought back so many memories. And, you know, like, I pray for her. You know, I hope she's reunited with her granddaughter. She's got to be 18 by now. But yeah, her and the granddaughter's mom just couldn't get it right after that. And I can understand, like I said, I can understand as a mother how she'd feel that way. But yeah, it was just crazy, guys. Crazy to watch that. But anyway, we'll be back to talking about the real crazy world that we are living in. Yeah, our nutcase world. Releasing demons. I believe it, guys. There's demons being released everywhere, and it shows, guys. It shows. Their little Hadron Collider, their big Ouija board, yeah. And then the scientists suddenly being afraid of what lies underneath the pyramids, yeah. But it's all lies. It's all conspiracy, guys. It's not true. They worship God Almighty. They worship Jesus Christ, right? No, they don't. They are deceivers. We don't need to look for demons, guys. They're right on the world stage. All right, guys. Stay blessed. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Watch your back. All right. Till next time.